Hello, everyone. Welcome to Monday Night Raw. It's the one after Crown Jewel, and you've got Dan covering tonight, as always. The only one crazy enough to do a Monday Night Raw. How's everyone doing? We've not got much announced for tonight, really. We've got Ricochet versus The Miz versus Big Bronson Reed versus Ivar in a fatal four match to determine the number one contender for Gunther's Intercontinental title. We've got Akira Tozawa basically being fed to the wolves, going up against Shinsuke Nakamura. We've got a battle royal to determine the next challenger to Rhea Ripley for the Women's World Championship. And then we've supposedly got New Day and the Judgment Day to take each other down tonight. So not much is happening really for 3 hours. But I'll see you in a sec.
This is the hardcore legend, Mick Foley. Well, hello and welcome to Give Me a Haul. Yeah, I hope everyone there, right there in Yorkshire, is having a nice day. Bang, bang. Have a nice day. Yeah.
How's everyone going then? Have people had a good weekend? Did anyone get up to anything exciting? What has people got planned for the week ahead? How did people find Crown Jewel? Let's propel off. Did you enjoy Crown Jewel on Saturday? Yes or no? I've got Norma in. How we're doing? Norma thought Chad Gable would be in the IC title mix. Surprised he's not in the match. Me too, quite honestly. Um, I think he's possibly the person I would like to dethrone Gunther. The only other person I would really, really, really like to dethrone Gunther is Ilya Dragunov. The problem with it, he's in NXT at the minute. Can't believe the beatdown Cena took from Solo. It was brutal, wasn't it? It was quite intense. But Cena's at the point where he's happy to put people over. He's happy to put the next sort of generation over, which is good. We'll get Misfit with a bit more DIY versus the Creed brothers tonight. Nice to see the Creed brothers on Monday Night Raw again. And then Zayn Rollins World Title main event. That sounds good. Um, Similarly to Zayn, and we're in El Generico. Ollie. That came out my wrestling box that I opened on Friday. So if you don't want to check it out, you can go and watch that on the channel. It's Pro Wrestling Tees, Pro Wrestling Crate Unboxing. And I've got Brandon Stevens, White Girlfriend, Marry Brandon Stevens. Okay. Misfit Trips cooking tonight. By the sounds of it, when I set Raw up earlier on, there wasn't much announced, which made me debate whether I really wanted to do it or not. But it's the one after Crown Jewel. The build into Survivor Series in a few weeks. I can't not do it, can I? I'm off work tomorrow, so even though I've got to pop it in to drop some keys off. So we're just about coming up to Monday Night Raw. And let's get my earphones in. So what did people think of Crown Jewel then overall? You enjoyed it? Were you disappointed in any matches? Um, I thought the women's five-way was great. Everyone got a good showing. The beating that Cena took, like Lamar said, was quite ridiculous. Seth and Drew had a great banger of a match. I thought overall it was a very good show. I did watch Well, I say I watched the majority of afterwards. I watched the Seth and Drew match open the show, and then I watched the rest of it later on 'cause I was out at a show myself. But yeah, I enjoyed it. I know Logan Paul winning the US title. Some people are not happy with that, but I thought it was the right call. So we've just got them now together. WWE is interested in signing Julia. Yes, I know. We've got Nemeth in. How you doing, Nemeth? Can't stand Logan Paul. No, I'm not the biggest fan of his, but if you're putting a world title on him, well, even a United States title, it's going to draw a lot of eyes on the company. If you are drawing a lot of eyes on the company, that means more revenue. If that means more revenue, that means more money in WWE's bank account, and that is what they're after. So if you're putting a title on the Impulsive podcast, people who maybe don't know that he wrestles will be interested to find out what it is. So they will then check it out, which is how WWE will get the revenue. I was very glad to see Logan with the US belt. Maybe he can go for it what Gunther has done for IC. So I was having a chat with a couple of friends earlier on. Who or what would the direction be, do you think, um, for the US title? Who do you see being the first challenger, or who do you see him dropping the title to? Because I threw out a couple of different options, and both of them was sort of looked at, and one of them was like, "Yeah, that's great," and then someone else was like, "No, it's not that good." So you tell me who you think will take the title, and then I will tell you my ideas. So I will not become yeah, I don't think she will anyway. So Mystic's going Rhea rematch at Survivor Series, and LA Knight is going to win at Mania. That's that's a great show. Um, but I don't think Rhea will actually get a proper rematch. So one of the picks that I had to win it was LA Knight, which that one option was LA Knight winning it at Rumble. Um, but I don't know if LA Knight going from a world title match or Universal title down to taking the US title, um, is that a downgrade? Is that a step backwards for his popularity? Might be Ricochet then at Survivor Series. I think Ricochet is gonna go for the IC title more than anything. Do we think Cody will go back to AEW? I don't know. I don't think so, in all honesty. The reason I don't think that is because I think that he's done what he wants with AEW. He's happy with what he's done there and his legacy there, so he wants to build his legacy, and I reckon WWE paying him a shed load more money than AEW was. The rumor was he was going about 3,000,000 at AEW, and he's going about 5,000,000 now, so that's that's a big increase, a 66% increase over your previous wage. Yeah, Cody wasn't so happy near the end of his AEW run, so unless something big changed, I don't know if we could see Cody back in AEW. The fact that Roman has the title here is bullshit. I won't say the full word, but you know what I mean. You can see it there. It's just sort of right there. That word sort of right there. I'm not saying that one, but yeah, you can read it. Are we doing that? Give Logan a real feud for the belt, maybe AJ, and there's rumours he's returning, very shortly, so that'd be a good pairing. AJ's next in line to face Roman before Cody. Yeah, I think that'll be Royal Rumble. So my sort of idea, for the US title was I would put it on Chad Gable instead of the IC title. You've had Logan Paul go up against someone like you've had him go up against Roman, you've had him go up against Seth, you've had him go up against Ricochet, you've now had him go up against Rey Mysterio. All very, very talented people, but none of them are pure wrestlers, as I would call them. If you put Chad Gable in there, you could end up having him win because of the support he's got, people would love that, and Chad Gable would be someone I think be would really benefit from it. I think you should have, um, LA Knight win the Rumble and go to Mania to face Seth for the World Heavyweight Championship. That, to me, is the second biggest title in, and I think LA Knight is at that level. Roman Reigns will not win the title, he'll retire it. I mean, the minute it is going, that wouldn't surprise me. Roxanne Perez turned 22 yesterday, Julia Allen turned 22 on Wednesday. Chris, you're stealing my job. I always do birthdays, don't I? So the winner of the Fatal 4-Way will face Gunther at Survivor Series. Yep. I presumed that would be where it would be at. And then Rhea will defend against the winner of the Battle Royal at Survivor Series too. Yeah. So, like I said, they are building towards Survivor, which is good. They've got a few weeks to do that. So we've got Seth freaking Rollins in the ring. Glasses look like the advisor from Among Us, I think. Yeah. Rhea defends the title, AO does WarGames. I know, but who would you have in WarGames? Would you have AO still with damage control, or would you have AO and Kairi Sane find a couple of partners and go up against damage control who found another couple of partners themselves? Probably going to be Nia Jax. Wouldn't surprise me. But I want 'em to build someone else instead. So Seth wants to thank Drew McIntyre. Seth saying Drew and beat the hell out of each other. Seth saying he's a little bit better than it was before Saturday. Wants to give the props to Drew. So it wasn't in bed with the Judgment Day, which is true. So obviously Damian Priest did try and cash in, but you had Sami Zayn protect Seth a little bit. So is wanting Sami Zayn to come out. There we go. There's Sami Zayn coming out. Oh, let's go. I think would it have would I don't think it'd be a good character trait for him, but what if I mean, he stole the Money in the Bank briefcase. Would it have been ridiculous if Sami had have cashed in on Seth instead because he held the briefcase? Last time the IC title was defended at Survivor Series was 2016. I can't believe it's that long ago. The Miz beat Sami Zayn to retain the IC title. That's ages ago. That's a long time ago. So Seth helping encourage the Sami chants. Seth was expecting Sami to come up with the briefcase. Adam Pearce made Sami retain the briefcase. Seth said he was in a bad way after his match on Saturday. He might have been able to handle Damien Priest, but he might not have. So he wants to thanks is saying thank you to Sami. Yep. So 2017 to 21, it was champion v champion. Okay. That makes sense. Yeah. Sami said he's glad that he helped Seth out. So Sami interfered because he was sick of Judgment Day saying they ran Monday Night Raw. So Sami's not wanting Damien Priest to get the title because he doesn't want the Bloodline 2.0. So is this the start of the WarGames team? Sami and Seth. Because then you put Cody in there. This is a good way to start. Seth maybe even teasing it. Could be 5-on-1, could be 3-on-1. Seth saying that people like Sami don't always get what they deserve. Judgment Day, McDonough and Drew versus Cody, KO, Sami, Jay, and Rollins. Banger. Love it. So Seth saying it's not the only way to get the opportunity at his title. So Seth went into Adam Pearce's office after Sami relinquished the briefcase. Seth wanted Sami to come out. Seth is saying Sammy has got a welterweight championship match. Seth saying all you've got to do is say when. Don't worry, Nemeth, I'll get to that one in a second. Won't be a second. Just 'cause what Sammy's about to say. By the sounds of it, it's gonna be tonight, innit? Main event. Sammy's saying he realised how hard it is to get an opportunity. So Sammy wants to take the title off someone that's not compromised. Sammy is being asked, is he 100%? Seth making a good point. You might not be at 100%, but you'll give 100%. Seth getting impassioned, saying, when do you want this shot? Sammy just say when. Sammy can't think a better place. Crowd love that. Right here tonight. Charlie Seth is talking about El Generico, because if he is, then why even tell Sammy about it? Yeah, yeah, I know what you mean. Sammy stuck his hand out. We got a low five, not a high five. So I'm going to throw this question out to everyone because I think it's a good question. Who do you want from AEW to come to WWE? Because there is a lot of talent in AEW. There is a lot of talent that are great in AEW, but whether they would work in WWE is a different matter. Day backstage. So I'm saying he could watch Logan Paul beat his dad all the time. Damien Priest is not happy. JD McDonough is JD McDonough's wearing a Damien Priest shirt. So who would you like in the chat? Who would you want to come from AEW to WWE? I would probably I mean, everyone's gonna want MJF, I think. That's the big one. I would probably I don't know why, but I think I'd love to see the Bucks just because they are amazing, but then I'd also like to see Penta El Zero and Rey Fenix. They just blow my mind every time. So who else would you like to see? What about yourself, Nemeth? Who would you like to see from AW? Is JD in the group now or not? I've got no idea. No idea whatsoever. There you are. Priest cashes in officially. Sammy screws him. I I don't know whether I want to see another person get screwed out of the out of a match. I think we should have a couple of years where we don't have any screwed out of the match or shenanigans with the briefcase. It should just be a straight cash in, win on your bike, run out of there. Hidden as the Jimmy Uso overall. What, the outcast? Yeah, near enough. Hello, how you doing, Hassan? Can you get a vote? Yes, you can. Don't worry, I'll do you one in a second. Did enjoy Crown Jewel on Saturday night. Good. Yeah, I thought it was a really good show. So we've got Beauty. Don't think Priest is winning the title. I, I don't. I think you've got to put it on him at least for a little bit, even if it's only for a week or two. 'Cause I think you could put it on Priest, and have Sammy win it at the Royal Rumble, and that's when you could have Kevin Owens turn on Sami Zayn. Um, and then you have the Sami Zayn versus Kevin Owens match at Mania. That's the way I'd be looking at it. Just commercial break, sorry about that. If the plan's to do a Rollins versus Gunther, then it doesn't make sense to take it off Rollins. I don't think you're gonna see that match. Um, Mainly, I don't think you're gonna see it with both titles. I think you could do Rollins taking the IC title off Gunther, or you could do Gunther taking the world title off Rollins. But I don't think you're gonna see title versus title. If they're gonna take it off Rollins, they'd have done it at SummerSlam. I don't think so. I think you could have Seth in WarGames, and then you could you have Seth lose the title because of Damian Priest cashing in the night after? Seth really gets a battering in WarGames, and then the next night on Raw, you could have. Oh, we got Dan Reed. How are you doing, Dan? You haven't missed anything really interesting. We've had Sammy Rollins come out. Rollins has basically brought Sami Zayn out, thanked Sami Zayn for stopping Damian Priest cashing in, and then basically offering him a world title shot, which is Sami's accepted for the main event of tonight. That's it. Just get this poll going for Hassan because I know he'll be shouting at me if I don't get one done. New Day versus Judgment Day. There you go. That's coming in for you. There we go. Banner's updated. You like my t-shirt? Thank you very much. It's El Generico. I'll just sit up. So yeah, you've got El Generico. There you go. I came out my wrestling crate box, my t-shirt and stuff that I do every month from what Mr. Rollins versus Gunther is the plan. I reckon, yeah, I reckon we'll do it, but I would rather have Rollins in WarGames, and I would probably have the title taken off him not far off after that, because then it'll freshen him up for a bit. No, boring. We've got New Day versus Judgment Day. We've got Kofi Kingston in the ring against Finn Balor at the minute. Kofi with a beautiful drop kick. It's like Xavier Woods, double T from the New Day. Multiple offenses back to back on Balor. Very nice. Do we need to change the world title on Raw sooner than later to make these TV title matches mean something? Exactly. Damien Priest being tagged in, Priest being close land out to the outside with Balor with him. New Day, double front flips over the top, take out both members of Judgment Day. Beautiful. How's Dan Reed then? You had a good weekend. Did you watch Crown Jewel? Did you enjoy it? Xavier Woods with a double handle. Priest. Oh, Xavier Woods with a super kick style off the ring apron to Priest. Very nice. You didn't enjoy There was some good wrestling on there. Not great, not great. Happy birthday, Dan Reed. I can't believe you're doing accounts on your birthday. I wouldn't bother with that. So much work and so many numbers. Generally miserable on your birthday. Well, that sucks. Just neck a few whiskeys. That'll probably change you. That'll put you in a take the sort of miserable mood off. Being drunk. That's what I normally do if I have to. Nemeth wants Brian Cage across. Brian Cage, I think, would be a good person from AEW. I think he's a very WWE style fit. Imagine someone like him going up against Bobby Lashley. That'd be a great match, I think. Have a show Friday? Let's have a look. Events. Can't have alcohol. Oh, I'm sorry about that, dude. Love a good single malt. Yeah, I don't drink anywhere near as much as I used to have. Um, I'll probably have maybe in a month, probably 2 or 3 cans, that's it. I don't really bother anymore. I might have one after a long couple of days or 3 or 4 days back to back at work, but it'll only be the one usually. How about WWE going to AEW? Liv Morgan in AEW? Hmm, I don't know. So, with, Dan Riedel's in the chat at the minute, Eve Right Girls of Wrestling, the show that is going on Friday, if you did want to check it out, I've put a link in the chat for you. Friday Night's All Right is the name of the show. Well, Friday Night's All Right for Fighting, sorry. and it is a show that showcases women's wrestling and gives them a really good platform to build. You've got 3 shows over 9 days, you're a moron. You're not a moron, you've just probably bad timing on booking. It's like doing a SmackDown. I mean, I know the tapes, but obviously, um, having a show Friday night, Saturday night, and then a Monday night, that's too close together. So, um, one new one of those where we needed a show Friday, so what is running a show this Friday, he got himself in a bit of bother about it. I like it. To save him, took over. No, that's a nice thing to do. That's not a moron thing to do. It's made you a lot of work, but do we think WWE and AEW will work together in the future? Absolutely not. They are 2 separate companies with 2 separate demographics of target audience. So, I don't ever think we'll see them work together. So, as you can probably tell, Dan Reed has got a lot of work going on. Support him and support his promotion. I've just put a link in the chat, evewrestling.com. Go check it out. Um, you can actually sign up and watch Eve online through their YouTube channel. Very similar to ours, where you can subscribe and you'll get access to live shows before everyone else. Um, there is some amazing performers. There you go. You can watch it online this Friday night. So if you get a quick second, just put a list of your alumni in that people would probably recognize. I'll start off, Piper Niven. There you go. So who else have you had in your promotion that's anywhere mid? It's the big time or the big money. So we've got Kofi Kingston just knocking Balor off the top rope. Priest went to give a bit of a splash, ends up hitting Balor as well. Priest tossed to the outside. Kofi going up to the second rope. Oh, looking for a super type. There we go. Yep, superplex off the second rope. Xavier Woods with an elbow. 1, 2, Priest in at 2, breaks up the count. Priest and Kingston to the outside, keep Kofi at 1. Kofi face first into the announce desk. Balor with a roll up on Xavier Woods, 1, 2, kick out. Xavier Woods with a beautiful super kick. Going for a roll. 1, 2, kick out at 2 from Balor as well. Priest with a kick to the face of Xavier Woods on the outside. Balor with a sling blade. Damien Priest tagged in. South of Heaven choke slam. Balor got the tag. Cody Graves to Xavier Woods. 1, 2, 3. Judgment Day pick up the win. Solid. Uh, I still wanna try and get to an Eve show at some point, but it's just time, work, as always. But, I mean, like I said, we can watch it online this Friday night. Um, oh, we've got a big SUV pulling up outside the arena earlier, and it's Drew McIntyre. Drew's being asked what's next after he didn't win on Saturday. Drew's just going back in. Is he driving off? Yep, just driving off. Yeah, you have 0 interest in going outside of London. I don't blame you. Not like you're down the road. Technically, the A1 is down the road in a way. It's just very, very long way down the road. We're getting Nakamura come out, so we're getting Nakamura versus Akira Tozawa in a second. I'm just getting the poll ready for you, Hassan. So, Shinsuke Nakamura versus Akira Tozawa. Last Saturday night on Crown Jewel cool. Yes, um, Sam did really well, doing the full show on his own. He did have a little bit of help from his little doggy, who seemed to get a lot of fan reaction, which was quite nice. So, going to commercial break. So, I'm gonna do wrestler birthdays. It's a bit earlier than I normally do it, but 6th of November, you've got the SmackDown general manager, Nick Aldis. His birthday is only 2 years older than me. I mean, I'm 35, so he's only 37. I thought he'd been around a lot longer than that. That's actually shocked me that a little bit. And then November 7th, which is what day I am on, because it's past midnight in the UK, you've got King Kong Bundy. There is another one, but it's someone that we don't really talk about, if you know who he is. That one, several years younger than you, and his birthday is November the 5th. You remember Nick when he was a youngster. Yeah, I only turned 35 a couple of weeks ago, and I mean, you look at him and you look at me, you wouldn't think we was only 2 years apart. That's I don't know. I don't know if it's the grays that he's got, but he looks a lot. I would have said he was sort of 40s, mid-40s at the sort of best, but Nick Aldis just looks a lot older than 37. I don't mean it in a disrespectful way because he looks distinguished, he looks gentlemanly. So does yourself, Dan. So, yeah, I mean, was in the business before him, he lived in Milton Keynes, which for wrestling back then was classed as fairly local. Yeah, it was a small scene back in the day, really, wasn't it? Um, I did take my girlfriend to a Mega Slam wrestling event not last week, the week before, and that was fun. That was a ridiculously fun show. I didn't realize how kid heavy it would be, and probably 50% of the crowd was screaming kids, and it was an assault on the ears, all their screaming. Um, the headline of Mega Slam Wrestling is normally Matt and Kirby, but he didn't end up showing. Uh, I don't know if he had something else on or what, but he wasn't actually at the show, which was a shame because Matt Kirby was a good wrestler. So yeah, we've got Akira Tozawa coming out. Did I start the poll? No. There you go. Poll started for you, Hassan, so you can get your votes in. So Tozawa has been trying to impress Alpha Academy lately, so this is why he's taken on Nakamura. He's just mocked Nakamura, shouting, "Come on!" So beautiful suicide dive, very very similar to the Darby Allin style, where he's just throwing his body head first. Wasn't that it was a small scene as it wasn't. There were loads of shows at the time. Dixon and Conway ran practically every day. Dixon would have up to 3 shows a day. That's way too much work. Classed as local as that's just how wrestling was. If you're within 2 hours of each other, then you're local to each other and can share a well, every little helps if you can save 2 cars worth of juice instead of 1 car, 1 car instead of 2 cars worth of juice. It soon adds up, especially with the petrol prices. So, yeah, it makes sense. Tozawa's just gone for a Hurricane Rana off the top rope. Oh, Nakamura blocked it, and then Tozawa sat up and then went for it again. He got it. 1, 2, kick out. I thought Nakamura was gonna murder Tozawa, but they might cook. I thought there was. I mean, I put in the description, um, Shinsuke has been outstanding with the foreign heel character. Tozawa could be getting fed to the wolves, and it's not happening. So Nakamura went for the Kinshasa. Tozawa reversed it, got a toe count, head scissors, 1, 2. Tozawa will go with another toe count. Big, big boot from Nakamura. Kinshasa. 1, 2, 3. Tozawa got a lot more offense in than I thought he was gonna. I mean, it took 1 Kinshasa. That was it. So I've got a couple of snacks as always. I've got my pepperoni as standard, and I've got some barbecue chicken skewers, which they're probably gonna smell really strongly of barbecue, which I can't wait. Oh, Nakamura versus Otis. Otis in the ring, ripping his shirt off. Nakamura just brushing him aside, going out a duck. The foreign heel character's so good on Nakamura because he can really play it up. So it's now official, Seth freaking Rollins versus Sami Zayn World Heavyweight Championship main event of Monday Night Raw. Let's have one of these kebabs. They are really strong. So we're on a commercial break. So what have people got planned for the week? Are you looking forward to Dynamite? Because I think MJF's having a world title match. November the 8th. So we've got MJF versus Daniel Garcia for the AEW World Championship. That should be a fun match. It's a nothing show. This one or Dynamite? I think that'll be I think that'd be a fun match. This has been a nothing show really so far. I mean, it's a Monday Night Raw after a pay-per-view. They're not going to do anything really special, I don't think. Dynamite, yeah, I thought so. If it was an indie show this week, AEW would be great because you wouldn't know who's going to win. Yeah, it's. I think Dynamite has gone off the rails a little bit over the past couple of months. They was doing absolutely fantastic stuff, and then I've not really been interested. It's been match outcomes have been quite predictable, and I mean, I love the MJF and Adam Cole dynamic, but I think with Adam Cole out injured, that's what the issue is for me. These matches, you know who's gonna win every single one of them. If you're not engaged and interested in who wins and what happens, you're not gonna watch them, yeah. Yeah, I know exactly what I mean. AEW TV has become hard to watch. Not an engaging weekly product. Incredible pay-per-views, but dull TV. I completely agree with that one, Dan. Most of the time, I'll flick through Dynamite to see what matches are on. I'll leave the match themselves on, usually, if I'm interested in the match, and then I'll skip through the majority of it. I can probably watch the full Dynamite in 25 minutes. Jay White's facing Marty Briscoe. It should be entertaining. Yeah, that should be an entertaining match if they give him the chances needed and the time needed to put on a good match. So we've got Natalia with a video package. Yeah, nobody doubts match quality, but we all know who's gonna win. Yeah, so why should I care? Literally, the match that we just saw, Nakamura versus Tozawa. We know Nakamura's gonna win. There is a little story of Tozawa wanting to get in with Alpha Academy, so it makes a bit more sense. But every so I mean, AEW just throw random pairings of people out there for matches, and it just doesn't seem Like they're going anywhere half the time. There's good matches everywhere. Good matches are not rare. Yeah, they're not rare. AEW can put on a good match on a Collision, put the same sort of people in on a Dynamite, and they could still have another good match with a completely different set of moves and a different sort of layout to the match, and it'd still be great. But if you haven't got a story there, no interest. No interest whatsoever. So I've got Pez Piers backstage talking about Gunther setting an incredible reign. So Miz, former 8-time Intercontinental Championship holder, Bronson Reed. Bronson took Gunther to the limit on the season premiere. We've got Ivar, who's been doing a brilliant job while Eric's out injured. Is have Eric's had, I think he said it was his C6, C7 vertebrae fused, which is it's not good. And then Ricochet was the last IC title holder, which ridiculous. Ricochet dropped the title to Gunther, and Gunther's held it since. So we're getting the Miz come out. So I presume we're getting that match now. Big Bronson Reed versus Ivar versus Ishii. This poll ready to go for you. I've got Big Bronson Reed coming out. If it was me, I'd be saving Bronson Reed until Elimination Chamber next year, because obviously he's a big Australian guy. You've got Elimination Chamber in Perth, so you could put him in a big match and he'd still be over, I think. There we go. Polls up and running for you guys. Get your votes in. I don't get the entrance from the Viking Raiders because you've got Valhalla saying Valhalla is here, which makes sense if it was her match. But then you've got Ivar actually competing. Doesn't make sense to me. I just need I managed to mute the microphone just in time. So back on a commercial break. So as people got planned for the rest of the week or the weekend, Anything exciting planned? Apart from obviously Dan Reed's got his shows, starting this Friday. There we go. Dan Reed has got the show this Friday, so there is a link to the YouTube channel. If you haven't already, do subscribe to the YouTube channel for Pro Wrestling Eve. And then if you click join, you can pay the monthly subscription and you can get the show live this Friday for Friday Nights All Right for Fighting. If you are in London, you can always get tickets as well. Tickets start at about 22, 23 quid. So for a very exclusive 18 plus event, which is quite good, um, less than a round of drinks, and you can go watch live wrestling. So go check them out. And like I said, you have a look at the alumni for Pro Wrestling Eve. So they have had some of the biggest stars. So you've had people like Jamie Hayter, Kaylee Ray, Aja Khan, Emi Sakura, Satomura. Let's have a look who else. Nikki Storm, who's obviously now Nikki Cross in WWE. Viper, who's Piper Niven now. Been a lot of people that people might not have realised where they've come from. So Dan's even had the pleasure of working with Saraya from AW, and there's been a lot of other people that he's worked with as well. So tickets go on sale this Friday for Elimination Chamber in Perth. So you've got an Australian pay-per-view, you've got Big Bronson Reed. Save him for a title opportunity for that pay-per-view. Makes sense. I wouldn't use pleasure as the word. I can't remember what I said. Oh, pleasure of working with Saraya. Yeah, I remember. I know, but have you it doesn't say it on there, but you've had Tony Storm as well. This Friday's card, Proper Fire Konami versus Masha Slamovich. Oh, I mean, I I put what rest of Eve Wrestling on in the background while I'm sort of doing a few bits for work every so often. Um, so I don't know most of them by name, but I mean, you're telling me it's a proper fire card, it will be. A lot of them was all youngsters when they started for Dan Reed, so they was with you for years. I mean, you're the NXT of the UK women's division, I would call it. That's how I'd call you. You look at some of the people you've had through your doors and where they are now. Look at people that have been in NXT, where they are now. So we've got all 4 people in the ring for the match. So Tony began working for you when she was 17, 18. She was with you till she moved to the US for WWE. There you go. So Tony Storm, now huge star in AEW, went through Dan Reed and Pro Wrestling Eve, or Eve Right Girls of Wrestling, and Tone Aircraft made a big deal on the independent scene, and that's why WWE wanted her. So I've got The Miz and Ricochet left in the ring. The other 2 have been thrown to the outside. Ricochet, very quick, beautiful standing drop kick. Oh, diving drop kick off the second rope. But Ivar almost decapitates Ricochet with a spinning heel kick. Gets a 2 count. I mean, I would love to see Ivar versus Gunther because it's gonna be 2 huge men slapping some serious man meat. Ivar went for a seated splash on the Miz. Miz got out the way. Ricochet ended up eating a sit down splash from Ivar. Gunther's backstage, keeping his eye on the competitors. Ricochet first off the top turnbuckle from Ivar. Ivar lifted him up, pushing him on the second rope. Oh, Ricochet going for a sunset flip. Ivar blocks straight into a vertical suplex position, but hangs him on the top rope instead. What the hell was that? Bronson Reed fired Ricochet off of the top rope into Ivar and ended up with a head scissors takedown. That was a ridiculous combination. Miz being rolled up, 1, 2, kick out, Ricochet springboard. Oh, almost into a skull crushing finale, but Miz goes for a pin, reverses. Miz went for a huge boot, Ricochet got out the way. Collision in midair from Miz and Ricochet, both people down. What's Ricochet going for? Ricochet went for a clothesline, Miz ducked underneath it. Dropkick on the outside. Ricochet's off the ropes. Beautiful. Went for a front flip. Caught by the 2 huge guys. Thrown into the Miz. Taking the Miz out. So Ivar splashing the Miz up against the barricade. Bronson Reed and Ivar both went for a crossbody to each other on the outside. Just taking each other out, really. Now we're off to another commercial break. It's always fun, these commercial breaks on a Monday Night Raw. So I've been working on a couple of. I did a new background design for our videos, just to sort of try and freshen it up a bit. So I'm going to see what people think. So I'm going to swap it over. So that's the one that we're using at the moment, and I've cleaned it up a little bit. I'm not sure if I like it or not. So what do people think about that? Do you like it? Do you not like it? Is there bits that you'd change? What would make it more engaging for you, or a bit more dynamic? 'Cause I quite like the neon effect, and I don't know whether to go with something like that or change it up a bit. So still on commercial break. Has anyone got any wrestling questions or any questions in general that you want to ask me while I'm here? I'll throw that option out for people if you wanna ask me something, you're more than welcome to do that. I mean, what? Yeah, that's the only thing is I'm still like I said, I'm still playing with a few of the designs. Um, I'm just sort of trying to find something I like the look of, what that works with the design of what we've got. So I don't know. Like I said, the original one that we did have, which is that one, that's got a separate overlay like that. So yeah, I might sort of still play with something along them ideas there. I'll leave it on that one because that's obviously got our Facebook and stuff. It's better with a call to action. Yeah, I'll just do that and I'll just point there, go to them places, like and share, subscribe to the channel, send us a tweet if you want. So back on Raw, Ivar, is he going up to the top? Heading up to the top rope. Bronson Reed catches him with a huge forearm. Bronson Reed's going up as well. Miz looks like he's in the drop zone. No, Miz is going out the way. Two huge behemoths. Ricochet and Miz working together. Powerbomb, suplex combination. Tower of Doom as they're called, I think, these days. Discord is dead, so could do with being plugged, pushed more fresh blood. Um, I'm off work tomorrow, so I was looking at actually refreshing and cleaning a lot of it up, getting rid of a lot of rubbish off there, refreshing all the different channels and stuff. Ricochet whipping the Miz reverses, Miz with his clothesline, kick to Bronson Reed, Miz with a springboard crossbody, beautiful from The Miz. Miz with a DDT to Ivar. Miz is looking good. Miz eats a huge boot from Ricochet. Beautiful. That looks like similar to a code breaker type move. Ricochet eats a huge DDT from The Miz. 1, 2. Kick out at toe from Ricochet. Who do I think's gonna win this? What's the poll saying? So 33% think The Miz, 67%, so two-thirds of you think Ricochet is gonna win. So Miz looking for a skull-crushing finale, Ricochet with an arm drag, and Ricochet with a recoil to The Miz. 1, with a huge splash to the back of Ricochet on top of The Miz. Ricochet fighting out from an Ivar bear hug off the ropes. Oh, Ricochet went for a I don't know what he was going for, but he did a handstand moonsault. Ivar did a cartwheel. Beautiful from Ivar. For such a big guy, he's very, very athletic. Ivar kicking Bronson Reed in the face pretty much. Ivar flying clothesline off the second rope. Beautiful again. Yeah, I'd love Ivar to win this. Bronco Buster style maneuver from Ivar into the Miz. Ivar eats a super kick from Ricochet, leaving the Miz in the ring with Ricochet still. Miz looking for the skull crushing finale, eats a couple of elbows. Miz with a kick to the midsection. Ricochet with a kick to the back of Miz's head. Both guys going for a forearm. Both guys go for the big boot. Both taken down. So I've got Ivar and Bronson Reed opposite sides of the ring. Both of them look like they're going up to the top. 660 pounds of man meat. Ivar, is he going to go for his he's looking for moonsault and a tsunami. 1, 2, 3. So Miz got the pin on Bronson Reed. Ivar got the pin on Ricochet. So is it going to be a three-way? No, I was saying what a move by Ivar off the top rope. Ivar's ridiculous. Ivar's amazing. So the Miz has been declared the winner. The big man can fly. Yeah, it definitely can. That was a bit of a dodgy finish, I think. Let's have a look. So Tsunami missed by Bronson Reed. Miz rolls up, so the referee counts 1, 2, 3. So, yeah, Ricochet kicks out at 2. Miz wins clean. So Ivar's not happy, he's taking his anger out on The Miz. So Ivar's going up to the top, moonsault to The Miz. So we're getting "You suck" chants for Ivar, but I think he's great. So Ivar was pinning Ricochet. Ricochet kicked out at 2. The Miz was pinning Bronson Reed and ended up going the 3 count. So The Miz won the match. He was the only one to win. There was no double pinfall or anything. So we've got Alpha Academy backstage with Akira Tozawa. So Maxine Dupree as well. She's in the Battle Royal. Good thing Sassy's not here. Yeah, she normally messages me to say if she's going to be able to be doing the show, but she hasn't messaged me tonight. That's all right. I don't mind. I'll keep my eye on the chat, keep everyone behaved. It's not super busy. So we're going DIY versus the Creed brothers. That one should not be a happy camper with the Miz. No, she never is with the Miz. I've got the poll ready for the next match, which is DIY versus the Creed brothers. Mhm. Yep, so it's WarGames or Survivor Series is when he gets his title shot. So we know Gunther's retaining easily. Surely it won't be as big a squash match as it seems. Why would WWE do that? It's it's a threat that could be legitimate, winning the title, but he's not built up enough, so there's no way the Miz is winning. But I reckon the Miz could give him a good 15-minute, 10-minute match, 15-minute match. I don't know how I want that. The Miz is good enough to be able to not get squashed by Gunther, but if you want Gunther to look dominant and this badass champion, I'd have him do a squash match on the Miz. The Miz knows what's up and knows how to. The Miz knows what the business needs, and if a squash match is determined to be what's needed, then I reckon the Miz will do it. So we're just coming back again to Monday Night Raw. So who would you have go for the IC title now, Ma? Who would you have take the title off Gunther? So you want the Miz to win. So he's been a good soldier for WWE. He's been a brilliant soldier. He's been in the trenches, and he deserves all the success. He's pretty much a guaranteed Hall of Famer in my eyes. But he he's good at playing the chicken. He's good at playing the cowardly heel. He can generate heat as good as anyone. Exactly. He doesn't have to do much to be able to really get over in a match. So, do you think that Daniel Bryan had a good point where The Miz is a safe wrestler? Because you look at the amount of time he's been in WWE and how much time he's spent on the shelf injured, it's not that much. Has played the Buffon for WWE for a long time. Hope to change it. I mean, The Miz is so good. He could be a big. I think he should be a big time manager. He's great on the mic, so I reckon he could be someone that could sort of rival Paul Heyman if given the opportunities. So we're going a recap of last week, the Creed brothers against the Alpha Academy. Brilliant, brilliant match. I did go back and watch it because obviously I had the little snafu with the timing. Get Maurice back in his corner, give a title a run, lose it to Chad. I'd actually go a completely different way on that. I would put The Miz in someone's corner. I mean, you could use him as a just a hype guy for I mean, as an example, the Creed brothers. So we've got DIY. Creed brothers have just signed their contracts. Johnny Wrestling wants it. I quite like that. Two teams excited about wrestling each other. There we go. DIY versus the Creed brothers. Get your votes in. Miz would make an excellent manager. Don't see a lot of the old time manager types anymore. Bobby the Brain 2.0. That's exactly what I'm thinking. You having been the mouthpiece for someone like Bronson Reed, uh, people that you want to build up, but maybe not don't have the best mic skills at the minute. So DIY tagged for the first time in 3 years last week. Going with Creed's getting a big push. Yeah, I think I think you've got to give it to the Creed brothers. You've just seen them sign the contract. So if you want to build them up, you're not going to have them lose. Send Raquel Rodriguez heel and let him manage her. Raquel Rodriguez is a good shout because he's a chicken that could hide behind her because she's probably sort of a bit taller than him, I think. But I think Zoe Stark could be a good person. Ciampa taken down. Oh, that sounded nasty elbow from Ciampa. Back elbow. Went for a storm. Julius with a big forearm. Gargano tagged in. Jawbreaker. Arm twist into a huge clothesline. Brilliant, brilliant teamwork. No real rust on the team that hasn't teamed together apart from once in the last 3 years. Julius picking Gargano up whilst sat on the floor on the mat itself, picking him up into a vertical suplex position. DIY both going for splashes over the top rope, but both of them caught by the Creed brothers. Creed brothers went for a double moonsault off the ring apron. DIY got out the way. Gargano went for a flying dive. Julius eats a splash from Ciampa. Brutus just with a cannonball. Creed brothers been impressive so far. So we're halfway through Monday Night Raw. If you haven't already, do like and share, subscribe to the channel. If you want to be super generous, you can donate to us via a super chat or through the Patreon. Anything you do donate does go straight back into the channel. We don't take any profit. We're non-profit still, but we do it because we enjoy sitting here chatting with you guys. We love watching the wrestling when it's good, but we just love the community, being able to chat with you all the time. You know you can tweet us if you want. You can send us an Instagram or a Facebook message. We'll try and get back to you as soon as we can. Let's log back in. Love this place, always good vibes here. We try and keep it positive, don't we? There's no negativity. If we don't like something, we don't like it, but we're not being negative for the sake of being negative. But we love having you guys here. This is what we do it for. We don't do it for us, we do it for you guys. And I've told the story a few times, but when we had the pandemic and I mean, I went from doing a full-time job to doing nothing 7 days a week. It was an assault on the mental health and being able to sit and this is how I got into the podcast, is I used to sit and watch Dominant, cover the Monday Night Raw, cover the Dynamite, cover everything else, and it was just the ability to chat with people about something I enjoyed that kept me sane, and then after a little while, Dom was like, "Do you fancy coming on sometimes?" So I started doing I did a predictions video with the guys, and then after that, it was I did a Monday Night Raw with Dom, and then I did one a few weeks later, and then it just kept building. And then I think, what is it now? 2.5, 3 years later, I'm still stuck here, still helping out. And like I said, it's nice to have you guys coming every week because I know what the podcast means to me, and I know that some of you guys in the chat have had the same things happen. Sassy, who was one of our moderators, was going through hard time health-wise, and she just wanted this nice community to be able to chat with people and just give her a bit of a perk up. Hate the internet pillow fights that break out in chat sometimes. It's gonna happen, but we do try and control it as best we can, don't we? We don't try and let things get out of hand if we can help it. We always try and make sure that everyone has a good time here. So we're back on Raw. We've got Gargano tagged in, double team from DIY. Gargano stacking up Brutus, gets a 2 count. Brutus catches Gargano from a crossbody. Gargano's struggling, trying to get out of it. Gets out on the ropes. Shoulder tackle. Oh, went for something, but caught by Brutus on his shoulders. Tag. Julius with a beautiful standing shooting star. Brutus with another. Both legs hooked. 1, 2. Ciampa breaks it up. Brutus taken off the apron by Ciampa. Gargano turns Julius inside out. Ciampa gets the tag. Ciampa with a running knee catches Brutus in a DDT from the apron. Ciampa double underhooks. Fairy tale ending. 1, 2. Kick out at 2. Ciampa looks distraught at that. Ciampa and Gargano's looking for the double team. Kaiser on the outside, taking out Gargano with a huge kick. Gargano's up on the shoulders. Creed brothers, double team. Brutus ball. 1, 2, 3. Kaiser pretty much causes the win. Creeds are great athletes. They're both brilliant, aren't they? They remind me of Team Angle to start with. They look very athletic. They look very what I would call American high school wrestling. They look very similar to collegiate athlete style wrestling. Why would the Kaiser get involved? Is there any history there? Probably not, but they're probably setting up for a tag match at WarGames. Probably. Wouldn't surprise me. So we're going to recap of Elimination Chamber earlier this year, in Montreal. So Elimination Chamber, that's when we had Jay with the steel chair handed to him by Roman Reigns. Sami speared Jay. Roman took out Sami Zayn. Surprised they didn't attack Creed, get them involved in a feud with Imperium. I think DIY versus Imperium is a better match now because DIY are a bit more established as a face team. So I think you do that and you build the Creeds up for a bit of a future match. We've got main event Jey Uso, Sami Zayn. So Jey Uso's trying to psych up Sami Zayn. Oh, main event, Jey Uso and Cody Rhodes have got a tag title match next week against the Judgment Day. Possibility for outside interference in the Zayn Rollins matches are endless. 100%. I mean, if you listed them, we'd be here for 10 minutes, wouldn't we? So we finished that one. I forgot about ending the poll. So it was a 50-50 match from the votes. Where's my spending? There we go. So, what do you think is going to happen in the main event then, Nama? How do you think it's? Do you reckon we're going to have a clean finish? Do you reckon we're going to go Damien Priest cash in? Do you reckon we're going to go an attempt at a cash in? I think you're going to have Damien Priest come out, but not attempt to cash in. He's going to tease it. Yeah, what do you think? I think we'll go Damien Priest tease of a cash in. I don't reckon he'll do it yet. But of course, no clean finish. Priest tease cash in, but expect to see Uso. So, yeah, I think that's what we're going to see. Is we're going to see Damien Priest come out, teasing the cash in, and we're going to get Jey Uso stopping. Jey Uso is going to basically take out Damien Priest before he has the actual chance to cash in. It'd be a shock if they did swap the title and put it on Sami Zayn tonight, though. I don't think they will. I think it needs to have a better build. So WWE surpassed 30 million. It's more than the NHL, NBA, F1. So I got Becky Lynch backstage. So Becky in the number one contendership battle royal. Never say never, but it would be a shocker. It would be. But I don't think it's out of the realms of possibility. The man Becky Lynch versus Rhea Ripley, Survivor Series. That would be an awesome pairing match. Oh, Nia Jax. So Nia Jax saying not one woman is going to throw me over the top. So we're going to get a big show, 7-person elimination spot, I think. Becky can change her makeup just to look like a different person. Yeah, sometimes it can be the really bold lipstick. Sometimes it can be a subtle lipstick and a different hairstyle. Yeah. So I've got Byron Saxton about to interview Chelsea Green and Piper Niven. So Chelsea Green feels amazing before the Battle Royal. So Chelsea Green saying that some people are basically getting charity vibes because of being gifted it. Oh, Shayna Baszler, Zoe Stark. I do love the pairing of Shayna and Zoe Stark. Chelsea Green throwing Piper Niven to Shayna Baszler. Can't believe they brought Nia Jax back. Emotionless on the mic, boring matches, risky to opponents. Shayna and Zoe, Blow Collar Brawlers. That's a great team name. I'm not going to bother doing a poll on this one just because there's that many different options. Yeah, Blue Collar Brawlers. You could just have them absolutely tear through the division. Getting Caden Carter and Katana chance. We haven't seen them sent in these in a little while. Again, both of these are people that should be pushed majorly because they're phenomenal performers. They are great entertainment. Some of the matches they had when they first came up to Monday Night Raw, that was brilliant. We're getting Queen of Hearts, Natalia. We're getting Chelsea Green, Piper Niven, women's tag team champions come out. No cutesy outfits or diva makeup. Shayna and Zoe just click. Yeah, they just really work well together. They both sound legit. They both look legit. They both don't look like they're going to mess about. We're getting the man Becky Lynch come out now. Can you give a vote? Um, I don't know who we think's gonna main win it, so I'll have it ready. When we get down to the last 4, then I'll put the names in. So we've got Riley attack Becky Lynch from behind. So Xylee's being stopped from entering the match now because she's attacked Becky Lynch. Adam Pearce is stopping that. That's a bold move. Don't worry, Aslan, I've got it ready for you. As soon as we get the final 4, I'll put it in. Adam Pearce, when did you become such a stickler for the rules? It might be because he's got big competition in Nick Aldis. That could be why. No need for that. No, I didn't think there was either. But I would have probably put Xylee and Becky Lynch in the match and had Xylee throw Becky out if you're not going to have a win. That'd generate a lot of heat for her. But no idea what I was thinking. What does the winner of this match get? It's a number 1 contender match for the women's world title against Rhea Ripley at Survivor Series. So it is high stakes. So whoever wins it gets one-on-one match against Rhea Ripley. So we're getting Vinnie Jones in the country. That seems completely out of left field. Vinnie Jones, notorious hard man, pretty much football hooligan when he was on the pitch, and Hollywood actor because he's been in stuff like The Fast and the Furious. No, it wasn't. It was Gone in 60 Seconds. It was. I knew it was a car film. So just going a recap of what happened before the break. Xia Li kicking Becky Lynch's head off pretty much. Adam Pearce throwing her out of the match. If Becky's in the final four, surely she'll win. You could have Becky, you could have Nia Jax in the final four. Would you put 'em past it, being Nia Jax? You've got Nikki Cross in the ring, just staring into the distance. You've got Indy Hartwell as well, Maxine Dupree. We're getting Shayna Baszler come out now. Shayna Baszler's a good shout. I'm about Nia like Sassy is about The Miz. Yeah, I think everyone's about Nia like Sassy is about The Miz. We're going Zoe Stark. Who else have we got in the ring? I know there's been a couple of other people. I heard Tegan Knox. Again, Tegan's another one that I really want them to push. Got a really cool look with a funky coloured rainbow hair. You've got Raquel Rodriguez, another one that could be in the final four. I can't see who else. No, I think that might be it. Or Nikki's still in a trance. What's supposed to go for that? No idea. So how long before Nikki gets attacked or does some attacking and goes crazy psycho mode? No, it's not being addressed. So Nia Jax was looking at her. Oh no, Nia Jax and Raquel Rodriguez with Nikki Cross in the middle. Brains. Nikki Cross thrown up and out, stand straight up, and again in that trance. So Xylee is out. Becky Lynch has actually gone. Doesn't seem like she's in the match. So with Becky not in the match, that throws it open a little bit. Nia Jax, Raquel Rodriguez, Shayna Baszler, Zoe Stark. Who else? Possibly. No, I likes Nikki. The zombie gimmick is going old quick. It is a little bit in it. It's not as engaging as it probably should be because they're not doing anything with it. So you've got Tegan Knox on the risky position. No one apart from Nikki Cross has been eliminated yet. Indy Hartwell and Maxine Dupree working on Shayna Baszler. You've got Chelsea Green trying to eliminate Tegan Knox. You've got Nia Jax and Raquel Rodriguez in the corner still going. Ivan was with the Creed brothers earlier on. Who is that she's trying to eliminate? Is that Natalia? Looks like it. So Piper Niven trying to eliminate Maxine Dupree. Hanging armbar. Oh, Piper Niven's gone. Maxine Dupree cheering because she eliminated Piper Niven, but Nia Jax eliminates Maxine Dupree. Nia Jax mocking. So Chelsea Green's tag team partner's gone. Karen Carter and Katana Chance trying to take on Nia Jax. Raquel Rodriguez trying to get rid of Indy Hartwell. Nia trying to get rid of Shayna Baszler. Chelsea Green trying to help out and Tegan Knox. So Nikki Cross still stood right in front of the announce desk. Indy Hartwell's on the apron, risky position. Oh, back under the bottom rope now. Avinal and Natalia go into face to face. Brilliant tag team work from Chance and Carter. Going like a monkey flip, using the body like a cannonball into Nia Jax in the corner. Zoe Stark trying to eliminate Chance. No. Zoe on the apron, gets back after a kick. There's so much going on trying to sort of call all of it. Raquel Rodriguez goes for a big swing. Codebreaker style move to Raquel Rodriguez. Up to Chance. Head scissors take down off the second rope to Zoe Stark. Chance and Carter picking up Raquel Rodriguez, trying to eliminate her. Raquel Rodriguez to the apron. She looks huge compared to Chance and Carter. That's such a size difference. Natalia looks like she was at risk. Avinal onto the apron with Chance and Carter. Chance, huge kick to Carter. Carter's gone. Oh no, Carter. Avinal trying to eliminate Carter. Avinal's got some power gorilla press, eliminating both Chance and Carter. Crowd loving it. Crowd was enjoying that. We're off to commercial break. Who do you think is gonna win it then, Norma? As of right now, you've still got a few names in there. Who do we think? Raquel versus Reyes, good shout. Do you reckon we could see Becky come out and say she wasn't actually disqualified from the match? could come out, enter the match and win, taking out Nia Jax. Mm. Yeah, I think if you have Shayna win, that'd be a great match. Shayna versus Rhea, very physical, and I don't think I would be disappointed in that match at all. Never thought of that. Excellent chance of Becky coming out. Well, you look at Royal Rumble 2020, 2020, 2019, 2020, that Becky ended up winning. She came out and basically took over Lana's spot at the time. So it isn't out of the realm of possibility of Becky being added to the match after it's started when you think she's been taken out. So I've got Raquel Rodriguez with Nia Jax. No, it's not Nia Jax. Natalia. So Natalia on over the top rope. Chelsea Green trying to eliminate Raquel Rodriguez. Chelsea Green with a huge boot to Raquel Rodriguez and Natalia. Chelsea Green trying to butt heads. Chelsea Green up and over the top. Big slap to Natalia. Slap to Raquel Rodriguez. So Chelsea Green's gone. Raquel Rodriguez was holding the back of her hair, pretty much dangling her, which was quite cool. Ivar now with a head kick to Natalia and then eats a kick from Indy Hartwell. Indy Hartwell onto the apron. Ivar now putting Natalia on the apron. Indy Hartwell kicking Natalia into the ring post, but Indy gets eliminated. And Natalia gets eliminated by Ivar Nell. So Ivar Nell is getting a good showing. So I've got Raquel Rodriguez, Nia Jax, Ivar Nile, Shayna Baszler, Tegan Knox, Zoe Stark. I think that's everyone. Yep, so we're down to the final 6. Tegan, Nia, Shayna, Zoe, Raquel, and Ivar Nile. Nia Jax picking up Tegan Knox, putting her on the top turnbuckle, and then just shoving her off the top. Nia Jax winding the crowd up. Thank gosh Nia's a heel. It might keep her from winning this. Ivy now trying to pick up Nia Jax. Zoe Stark with a kick. Shayna with a kick. Raquel with a kick. All to Nia Jax. Them three trying to eliminate Nia Jax. Nia Jax is gone. Nia Jax is gone. Raquel Rodriguez, Ivy Nile, Shayna Baszler, Zoe Stark. Get your votes in. Final four. Need a face like Shayna or Raquel to win. Yeah. Nia looks fuming. So Nia just taking Ivy Nile off the apron. That's harsh. So I've got Shayna, Raquel Rodriguez, and Zoe Stark. Looks like blue collar brawlers are teaming up. That's what I'm going to call them from now on. No more. Just felt floor shake when Nia hit the floor. Yeah, wouldn't surprise me. So Raquel Rodriguez showing brute force strength. It's got Shayna Baszler on the back, Zoe Stark on the front. Raquel dangling. Raquel's gone. So it's Shayna or Zoe. Shayna or Zoe. This is going to be a good face off. Shayna's looking for the German off the apron. Zoe with a huge elbow. Shayna skinning the cat a little bit. Can throw the clutch. Zoe on the apron. Shayna keeps checking if Zoe fell off the apron, technically. Oh, beautiful kick from Zoe. Another kick. Baszler still on the apron. 3 kicks and a DDT. Zoe Stark score it. That's a brilliant ending. That was really nicely done. Did not expect that one. Zoe Stark versus Rhea Ripley. That's gonna be a storm of a match. That's gonna be a great, great match. Nah, didn't see that coming at all. But I am very happy to see Zoe Stark being given a good push. We've got Sami Zayn sat backstage. So I've got Seth backstage as well, doing a few stretches, warming up. Good for Zoe. At least she'll have Shayna in her corner. I think she will. Even though Zoe eliminated Shayna, I think they understand it's healthy competition. Going up against each other is only making them better. So go into another commercial break. It's not so long left, about 42 minutes. I'm kinda surprised they didn't pull the Becky Lynch coming out at the end, saying I wasn't eliminated. Love to see Shane knocking Dom on his rear end. Yeah, Dom Mysterio needs dropping down a peg or two, I think. But you I mean, Dirty Dom is always gonna have Mammy to protect him in aren't they? That's the annoying thing. I'd love to see Dom go up against someone like Sami Zayn, but have the Judgment Day in a shark cage above the ring. So we better have someone in their corner, probably Shayna Baszler. They should do. So we're still on a commercial break. Got a bit of neck ache from Saturday. Yeah. What you got planned for the rest of the week, Norma? So we're going a promo for tribute to the troops. WWE have been doing it for years. It's their annual tradition for the armed services of the US. So I've got Jackie Redmond backstage. So I've got Rhea Ripley backstage. Rhea Ripley versus Zoe Stark at Survivor Series for the Women's World Championship. Just looked, stats says Zoe's an inch taller than Rhea at 5'8". I thought Rhea was a lot taller than that. I thought Rhea was like 5'10", 5'11". But then you look at stood to next to someone like Damian Priest and she looks tiny. Oh, we go face to face. Rhea just seems so huge on camera, yeah. But you look at them side by side there. So if Zoe's an inch taller, either she's ducking or Rhea stood on something. So he looks a couple of inches shorter there. Stats on Google say Rhea's 5'7". That's that could be about right, but then if Zoe's 5'8", height difference doesn't make a difference. Height difference on screen, that looks completely different. It's hard to believe, yeah. So he's saying hold on to that title nice and tight. Wade Barrett's holding the Philadelphia Eagles legacy belt. They're quite nice belts, then. The only problem is they don't look like a WWE belt. I don't know if you can actually get them legacy belts in the UK. Yeah, looking at it, you can't get the legacy titles in the UK. Oh, yeah, you can. Yeah, the £435, which is astronomical. It's way too expensive for a belt that does it say WWE on it? No, it doesn't even look like it says WWE on it. Uh, it's got it stamped onto the leather at the back of the belt. I mean, it is very pretty, but they are not worth the price. Says raise 137, so is 140. That looks about right. I think Zoe's got a lot more muscle to her. Here we go, main event time. World Championship. Uh, Seth freaking Rollins versus Sami Zayn. Get your votes in. There you go. So we're going a recap of last week's NXT. Lyra Valkyria beating Becky Lynch. We got Braun Breaker, who I still can't believe is not on the main roster. Thought I was going to sneeze again there. For them to have this match tonight, it must be to set the stage for something to come. Yeah, like I said, unless the only other thing I can think of that's going to make it a big show is a cash in. I wouldn't put it past them because then you could have Damien Priest holding the title, but Finn Balor being a bit jealous. Can't believe the beatdown Cena took. What's up with that? It's to make Solo still look strong, I think. Keep him really being built as the sort of enforcer of the bloodline. Yeah, I reckon they're keeping Solo looking this dominant force. Because I could possibly see by WrestleMania next year, Roman Reigns doesn't have anyone. And I think that's what it should be. You end up with WrestleMania this year, you had Roman, you still had Solo on the side. Whereas next year in Philadelphia at WrestleMania 40, you have Roman going into the match with no help. So going recaps of what happened at Crown Jewel. So they're saying that could be John Cena's last match. It won't be, will it? He's gonna have at least another match at Mania or something. Solo took the mic from him, and a few days ago spoke for himself very good on the mic. Yeah, that'll be the final nail in the bloodline coffin. Solo attacks Roman. I don't even think you need him to attack Roman. I think you could probably a couple of weeks before Mania, maybe even at Elimination Chamber, you could have Roman attack Solo, and then Solo is still technically in his corner at Mania, but just doesn't help him. And then Roman loses the title to Cody. The next show, you have Roman versus Solo. Or you could have Roman disappear after losing the title to at Mania, and then come back and take Solo out, turns Roman face. Oh. Oh. As Sassy would say, "Yes, queen." You know Roman's got to eat a few spikes from Solo. No, I don't even think you do. I think you could have Roman spear Solo, maybe by accident, and then come back and just take him out. I don't know. No idea. So it's 50-50 on the votes at the minute. How many commercial breaks do I think we'll get? 2, 3? I'm thinking 3. Bells rung, match is official. Let's get it underway. I think they should have. I think they should start the match off with a handshake. Sign a little sign of respect to each other. But Sami Zayn, Seth with a reverse lock standing switch from Sami. Seth got the arm wrench. "25 minutes left, maybe 12 minutes of wrestling." Well, they've already started, so there should be at least 20 minutes of technically wrestling, but take off commercial breaks. Sami Zayn with the arm wrench now. Seth pushing Sami up into the corner to try and get the break. Oh, we're going to go a clean break. Seth is conducting the crowd, reaching out the palm of his hand. Sami trying to sort of get some contact to get something. Sami's got the arm key lock, hammerlock on Seth. Seth trying to go out, gets a headlock on Sami. Seth taking Sami down, beautiful transition. So we're going, let's go, Sami chants. Let's go, Sami. Let's go, Sami. Oh, Sammy could have taken a shot at the back of Seth, but gave him a cheeky little slap, "I can take you out." Sammy obviously very, very technical, very well experienced and well versed in psychological sort of teasing. Oh, running the ropes. Sammy was looking for a side slam, Seth got out of it. Sammy low bridges Seth. Sammy off the rope straight away. Was gonna go for a flying dive, but Sammy springboard back into the ring. Beautiful. We are in a face to face because obviously we're going to a commercial break. There we go. How are you finding the match so far, Norm? Are you enjoying it? Has it it's been sort of very slow to start with, hasn't it, I think. It's not been what you would expect off Sami Zayn and Seth Rollins, but it could be because they don't want to wear themselves out too quickly. They've got a longer time frame than most main events on Raw usually get. Most of the time, the main events intros start at about 3:30 UK time, so about half an hour before the end of the show, and they normally have commercial breaks in between, so you don't normally start until 1:45. So you normally only get 15 minutes or less, whereas this one, you're giving them a good 20, almost 25 minutes. So let's get this technical stuff out the way, get the curb stomps and blow thunder bombs. Yeah, fast. I mean, I don't know if Seth's back will cope, but yeah, you want to see the blow thunder bombs and the Falcon Arrow suplex combinations, the near falls, and then 2 seconds later, someone else gets a couple of big moves, another near fall. That's what's going to excite me. At least I was early. I was on time this week because obviously last week I had a little snafu with the time zone difference. So we should have Ant back on Wednesday for AEW Dynamite. We should have Sam on Friday for WWE SmackDown. Yeah, Falcon Arrow is a beautiful move. I love the combination that he does, the suplex off the top, roll through into the Falcon Arrow. It's such a beautiful little combination. So 2 weeks from Saturday, we're going Survivor Series WarGames. Wish I would leave time alone one way or another. Yeah. I mean, it was my fault. I should have double checked. I went on the TV guide app that I use, and it said it started at 1 o'clock until 4:15, which is the standard for the UK time shows. But we had the time zone change last weekend, and the website for the TV didn't change the time, even though it should have been 12 until 3:15. But it happens. It's fine. Seth's got the upper hand at the minute. Huge chop from Seth. Sammy retorts, couple of his own. Sammy up on the barricade, moonsault off the barricade, beautiful. Oh, yours was Sunday, it's dark at 6 now, yeah. Um, yeah, like I say, my mum and sister both live across in America, so I spoke to them, they was like, "Yeah, our time zone changes," so it's only a week that it happens. Seth in the ring, eats another chop from Sami Zayn, and another one, vicious sounding chops. And again, Sammy's just chopping the hell out of Seth. Seth reverses, goes for his own, and throws right hands in there. This is what we wanted, isn't it? Seth with a lot of right hands, axe handle, gets a 1 count. So Seth picking Sammy up. Sammy face first off the top turnbuckle. Seth's got the arm lock, whipping Sammy into the other corner, but Sammy gets the elbow up. Sammy with an elbow off the second turnbuckle, goes for a pin. 1, 2, kick out at 2. So previous matches, I think we've seen El Generico versus Tyler Black. I think that was in Ring of Honor, very early days in both of their careers, but still a great match. Seth saying to Sammy, "Come on, Sammy." Sammy chopping Seth, and then basically a bit of a brawl, throwing fist left and right. Sammy with a leapfrog off the rope, big clothesline from Sami Zayn. Even though it was a clothesline, the impact on Seth's back should be killing him. So whip off the rope. Sammy eats a super kick to the midsection, and then a clothesline. Sammy rolls to the outside, I think, getting some separation. Seth bouncing off the ropes. Suicide dive takes out Sammy. Risky move with the back playing up. Yeah, Seth instantly went to the back. Sammy over the top takes out Seth. That dive over the top rope from Sammy is absolutely beautiful. The extension that he gets on the limbs. Becky committed a verbal murder tonight. I can't remember what it was. Let me know, Misfit. Sling blade from Seth. Seth wants to air the crowd. Seth forearm and another one to Sammy. Sammy, ooh, Sammy was trying to sneak that all over kick. Seth with a springboard swan salt, then a springboard moonsault. 1, 2, kick out. Sammy's got some good aerial moves for a big man. He has. Now you brought Becky's nose. Becky went like after that happened, I went on to win the main event of WrestleMania. You went on to get fired. Yeah. Such a cheeky little dig. Seth's back up to his feet. Sammy on the apron. Sammy now starting to target Seth's back. Load of forearms to the back. Sammy was looking for a Blue Thunder Bomb on the apron by the looks of it. What's Seth looking for? He's looking for a pedigree on the apron. No. Oh, Seth back body dropped onto the ring apron itself. That sounded like a rough landing. And we're going to commercial break number 2. How are you enjoying the show so far, Miss Fit? Is it being a good show for you? Or is it being reasonable? So Gene Snitsky was backstage at Raw. I mean, I don't think it was his fault he was backstage, but you never know. There's a buzzing sound. Okay. My side or on the stream itself? Because I don't think I've got anything here that would be affecting it. Is it still there? Is it gone? I can only hear the stream itself, which is the commercial breaks. It stopped. Okay. Cheers, guys. Thanks for letting me know. No idea what that could have been. It stopped, but it was my end. Okay. No idea. No idea whatsoever. We're going Christmas adverts already. Enjoyed Raw tonight. The wrestling has been very good. Yeah. It's been a reasonably good show from start to finish so far. Could have been. There's been a few things that could have been a bit better. But overall, I think it's been a solid show. What do we think was the best match of the night? I mean, I know we've still got one going on, but what do we think? Feel like Raw's flown by? Yeah, it's not felt. I mean, I've still felt it's been a long show. I mean, I did do a SmackDown a few nights ago, so that might be why. There we go. Good question for me. How do you feel about the Zombie and Rhea match? That should be a great match, shouldn't it? Nama says he says he's fine with it. It's a fresh match. It's something we haven't really seen yet. So yeah, fresh matchups is always good. So we're just coming back onto Monday Night Raw. Seth with big right hand. Yeah, we would say the same thing. As long as it's not Nia Jax, we don't mind. Step up insecurity by Seth. Seth off the ropes. Oh, flying knee. Quite similar to a V trigger. What's Seth looking for? Was it a powerbomb? Looking for to open the powerbomb. Buckle bomb. Like how they kept Becky out of the match. Blow thunder bomb from Sammy. 1, 2. Kick. Oh, that was super close. Prolonging it till Mania. This is we sort of said the same thing, but I was like, why not have Becky eliminated by Riley in the match? Because then you're setting up then I mean, you still set up the feud anyway, but I would have liked to have seen Becky in the match because then it would have thrown a little bit of, "Oh, Becky could be the one winning." So, yeah, no, I did a bit of research. Zoe's listed at an inch taller than Rhea, couple of pounds heavier. Sami Zayn is looking for the hullover kick, but Seth hits him with a super kick and a pedigree. 1, 2, kick out at 2. I don't like the fact that the pedigree has now been used near enough as a transition move. It's a signature move, it's not a finishing move, all it should be a finishing move. If that doesn't tell you they're doing Becky and Rhea at Mania, don't know what to tell you. Ah, no. Yeah, it's keeping Becky as far away from Rhea as possible, I think. We're going, "This is awesome" chance. Now the action's picked up a little bit. A lion tamer. Hmm. I think you're a fraction ahead of me, Misfit. Seth was looking for the curb stop. Yeah, there we go, lion tamer. I can't believe they're calling it the lion tamer either. Great move to work on that lower back of Seth. Full Boston Crab. Seth's trying to get a break. First Jericho wrestling from WWE in a long time. Seth rolls up. Can't believe it ended that quickly. Sammy looks devastated. We've still got a few minutes. Where's Damian Priest? Whoa. Yeah, we've still got 3, maybe 4 minutes left. At least a couple of minutes, so where's Damian Priest? I can't believe we didn't have any Judgment Day interference, though. But that could be why we're not seeing it. Seth grabbed the title, facing off against Sammy. Seth's offering the handshake. Sammy accepting. Might be correct with the WarGames teams. I think you will miss it. You're never not far off, are you? You're usually quite on the money with stuff like that. Oh, Damien Priest, McDonough, Dom, and Balor attacking Sammy. Seth diving to the outside, taking out half of Judgment Day. Priest and Dom working Seth. Balor's grabbed Sammy, throwing him in the ring. Omega in, Jey Uso come out. Jey Uso's getting a huge reaction. Dom's waiting, eats a super kick for his troubles. McDonough eats a super kick. Jey Uso beats a Balor, but eats a super kick from Damian Priest. Are we gonna get Cody? There we go. Listen to that reaction for Cody. Brawl absolutely going down. So we've got the referees coming out, we've got Adam Pearce coming out, trying to get some sort of order and control. Yes. Cody's on the announce desk with Dom. Adam Pearce is asking for reinforcements. Looking at there seems to be some sort of control. Adam Pearce. Crowd know what's coming. I like the way Pearce says WarGames. It's almost as good as Regal. Yeah, it's gonna be 4 on 4, not 5 on 5. Absolute carnage going on. Judgment Day versus Cody, Sami Zayn, and Rollins. I'm fine with that. Me too, Misfit. Cody flying off the top. That's that. That was a bloody good episode of Raw, I think. So I'm gonna go match of the night. For me, I think was that main event. It was good. It was long enough, even with a couple of commercial breaks. But it was good action after the first commercial break where you got a bit of excitement. I liked the fact it had a clean finish with no interference. Uh, my performer of the night is tied into my moment of the night. My performer is Adam Pearce because of the War Games. He's obviously trying to sort of play a little bit of William Regal in there, but he still did a very good job. And my moment of the night is the WarGames brawl announcement. It was great fun. It was chaotic. That's what I like from my wrestling sometimes. Just a little bit of chaos. And I'd probably give that show a good 7.5 out of 10, 8 out of 10. From start to finish, I don't think there was really a bad moment overall. Um, and it was, yeah, it was a good fun show. I forgot to end that poll. Yeah, even 50-50 on the votes for that main event. Can't wait to hit Nick Aldis War Games announcement. I know. But I think the Brits do it better. William Regal, and I reckon Nick Aldis will do a great job. So I think that's it from me for a Monday Night Raw again. SmackDown's War Games will be the women. Yeah, I presume it will be. Biggest surprise of the night? That's a good question. Um, biggest surprise was Miz Theo. I think Zoe Stack for me because we obviously thought Becky was in the match. We had Nia Jax, we had Shayna Baszler, I had Raquel Rodriguez. Any of them four could have won it, and it wouldn't have felt wrong. But with Zoe Stark winning, I think that was a bit of a shock as well. I can't wait. Survivor Series, I think, will be a good one this year because I think Triple H is good at booking these chaotic multi-person matches. He's done a few of them down in NXT, and they've always been really, really good chaos. So I think seeing it on the main roster again is going to be good fun. So I think I'm going to say I'm done. I'm going to go to sleep because I need to be up again in about 4 hours to go drop some keys off at work. And then that's it. I come back home, I've done. So I'm going to need a few hours sleep after that as well. Thanks for hanging in. I haven't hung in. I've been hanging out with you guys, as I always do. Cody and Braun were the first sons to compete in WarGames matches. Randy Orton didn't compete in one, did he? Yeah, I thought Randy Orton competed in the WarGames. Maybe not. No. Okay. I stand corrected. And I know you know your stuff, Misfit. So I'm going to play the little video that I did, which is like an intro outro type thing. Just want to see what you think. I'm going to quickly come back and let you tell me what you think of the little sort of clip I've put together. It's only like a little couple of flashes of logos. You'll see it in a sec. But I shall see you back here in a few seconds. That was the one I was meant to show you first. The one with the sort of little animation on it. That one. Randy's been gone for months, wasn't he, of 2022? Yeah, I didn't know if he'd competed in one before that. I couldn't remember, in all honesty. Yeah, he's been out over 18 months. It's so, so disappointing. But hopefully he's back soon. But I am going to love you all and leave you, because I is going to sleep. I'm going. Oh, shall we do the outro for us? I did it the other day. Done that one. Yeah, there's someone I haven't done in a while. But like I said, love you and leave you, and I shall see you probably next week for Monday Night Raw. Have a good one, guys. Speak to you soon. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Oh yeah.
Hey, this is Raven, and thanks for listening to the Give Me a Whole Yeah Wrestling Podcast. Quote the Raven, nevermore.